education prototyping, and more. Maker North, whatever it takes. Well, good morning. It is Tuesday. You made it through Monday. It is the 31st of May. We did welcome a new moon yesterday, so very exciting. Time to usher in the new, everything that was burnt away by the lunar eclipse and the black moon. Yeah.
That we usher in something new, because if you look at the polls, here we are 2 days until Election Day, and things are really heating up. The latest polls from 338 Canada, PCs here in the Soo, 39%.
Okay.
But a huge, big jump for the NDP.
Huge.
At 34%. So that's a very close race between the PCs.
So what had they been at?
I believe the NDP were at 24%.
Oh, okay, so that's a good one. That's a boost, yeah, for sure.
He's dropped from 44 to 39. Liberals have also dropped. Gee, I can't believe that's happening. At 11%, they were at 15%. The Greens have also jumped quite a bit to 8%.
How are the Blues doing?
And the Blues are at 3%, which is 1% higher than they were last week. So, and we don't have the Independents.
Do the math.
If you want to do the math.
73, 84, 92, 95, so 5.
5%. Okay, she dropped by 5% then from last week.
Let's all take a moment. Can we get the canned applause? I just did math in front of people in the moment. Rawr, rawr.
On the fly, too. Without a calculator.
Well, you know what? There's something to be said for rage. You know, I can summon the rage at any moment, because I'm literally full of it, and rage. And I find that it powers me through a lot of things that I would be challenged by. So,
now, speaking of election, we also have a new candidate for mayor.
Tobin Kern is running for mayor. Yes, I do know Tobin, and he is a very straightforward, intelligent person, very calm demeanor, very rational thinking, sort of he's not given to spontaneous conversation, always very thoughtful. We will be posting his release. Some of the ideas and actions that he would propose Council explore, reviewing all aspects of city operations through a greenhouse gas emissions reduction lens, explore joining carbon neutral city alliances, C40 cities or like-minded partnerships, feasibility of a municipal composting system to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, free public transportation for a trial period to increase ridership in tandem with increases in services to make public transit use fees for most citizens, as well as several other very worthy, thoughtful perspectives, ones that I don't hear bandied about very frequently.
No, so I was going to say, it sounds like he's very much into the environment and climate and green.
Yeah, well, and he has a broad spectrum of work experience as well. Has been very active in a number of local causes. So congratulations on your candidacy, Tobin.
That's 4 now, right? With
because we got
Shoemaker,
Ozzy Shoemaker,
Donna
Hilsinger, and Tobin Kern. Yeah,
That's
so
4.
I have
in
reached
October.
out. I have reached out to Tobin in hopes of getting him into the studio for an interview. We do extend that invitation to all mayoral candidates. So if you'd like to, sit across from me and answer my questions, we'd always love to have you. Okay, so what else do we have today? We have a lot.
The heat today, and I just have to do this PSA because you start hearing stories, right, about dogs being left in cars on hot days. There was one on the weekend in Florida where the woman and the man went into a restaurant to have their dinner, and 4 dogs left in the car with the windows rolled up in Florida. Like,
Why don't you just toss them to the alligators?
it may as well. It'll be probably an easier death.
Yeah,
Than
there you
4
go.
dogs died because they had to go in and eat.
They were
Why
hungry.
did you bring your dogs with you?
Presumably the restaurant was air conditioned.
Yeah. So there you go. So just a PSA, please do not leave your dogs in the car. Even with the windows open, it can get really, really hot
Sure.
in your car.
Of course it
Just
can.
leave your dogs at home.
I mean, there are some
That's
days
what
when
we're
even the
having.
air conditioning isn't sufficient. So that's not
right.
a solution either.
No.
Just leave them at
I
home.
mean, you just step into your car when it's been parked, and it's just like opening an oven. So
gross.
imagine a dog who can't sweat sitting in the car. It's just
They can't
and
sweat.
and
Oh,
kids
that's why
too.
they pant,
That's
right?
right. They sweat with their pads and through panting. That's it. So anyway, we'll have more on the hot day we are experiencing today, and maybe a chance of a thunderstorm coming up later on this afternoon. I'll let you know all about that coming up. Right now, Heidi's got the news.
Did we talk about our guests?
We did not.
Okay. We also have some in-studio guests. The good work that's being done at, I should have clarified, I believe it is Kumon, which is an educational support system of some note. They are celebrating 25 years of their most excellent work here in the Sioux, supporting so many children and boosting them on to reach educational goals. Very excited to have them here with us today. We have a delighted parent as well as Shelly Skinner-Noel, and we also have a dazzling student who has excelled under their tutelage. Okay, but now all the news. All right. So, in breaking news, Heidi's going to buy a lottery ticket because the Lotto Max jackpot tonight is $103 million. So the 70 million Lotto Max jackpot with an estimated 33 max million prizes worth $1 million each. So go buy your tickets if you haven't done so already, and then we can all check them on the show tomorrow together. So great. As well, I wanted to remind or let everybody know that Superior Adult Learning, one of our generous sponsors, that those would be the good people that work one-on-one at helping adult learners achieve literacy goals. They are government funded. They are led by a very engaged and dynamic group of board of directors, so volunteer board of directors. They are looking for volunteers to join their board. So they are approaching 30 years of service. They were previously known as Program Read. There are all number of opportunities within their board of directors. They do, of course, look for people who bring certain skill sets to the table. However, that should not prevent you from going to our website at SiouxOnline.com, seeking out that article, and I've included all the hyperlinks. You can send an email to Martin Wyant, MartinWyant at superior.al.ca. You can call them at 946-3953 or go to their website at superior.al.ca. to learn more about the opportunity or to get a hold of an application package. Sorry, Mike, in my ear. Yep. 1 minute 30. Okay. So we did talk about Tobin Kern and his bid for mayor. There was a collision yesterday at rush hour that did end up greatly impacting traffic flow through the closure of multiple lanes. So this happened around 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon. Emergency services were dispatched, as was Craig Huckerby, our weather specialist. He was dispatched to reports of a collision on Great Northern Road. Upon arrival, one vehicle with significant front-end damage was observed, another with airbags deployed, and this took place in the 300 block near the entrance of McDonald's and Cash Money in the northbound lanes. So firefighters, of course, attending to a large fluid leak. Police investigating. Paramedics were seen treating at least one individual involved in the collision. No word in this moment on the severity of the injuries. Of course, tow trucks were deployed to help clear the scene, and traffic was down to one southbound lane, but was cleared relatively quickly in the grand scheme of things. Further to that, 3-vehicle crash yesterday on Black Road. This was around 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon. So the accident occurred just south of the second line lights, involving 2 pickup trucks and a passenger vehicle. The Sault Ste. Marie and EMS did attend the scene. One person was sent to the hospital with unknown injuries. The 2 pickup trucks, although I did see somebody comment that they saw a truck and an SUV.
I'd call it passenger vehicle. But...
Okay, so there you have it. All right. So the 2 pickup trucks, passenger vehicles, did sustain minor to moderate damage. The passenger vehicle did sustain major damage. It appeared it was a chain reaction type of collision. They were able in that time to keep Black Road open, although there were the expected delays. So, okay, let's not delay any more good news about the steamy day that we are to expect today. Over to you, Craig.
Yeah, this is day 2 of our steamy days, and it should come to an end today if you don't like the hot, humid weather. We'll take a look out the outside in our live look, looking at the downtown area, and looks like a beautiful day out there right now. It is very warm out right now even. We're going to increase those temperatures right up to about 29 degrees. Let's take a look at your 12-hour forecast. There we go, 29 degrees for your afternoon, just in time for maybe a shower or thunderstorm to roll through anytime between 2 and 5 p.m. this afternoon. They may linger into the early evening with some showers, and then we should see some partial clearing. Temperatures 17 to 20 degrees for your evening, only dropping down to 11 degrees overnight, but we will see our temperatures drop a little bit more on Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. I will give you those details coming up.
Well, 29 degrees, that's going to be something. And with the anticipation of a storm, of course, comes the humidity. So, all right, well, we're going to deal with that as we will. In this moment, we will take a break to go into the world of our sponsors, with the Chamber inviting everybody to do all things local, shop local, eat local, play local, do all the local things. Certainly, we announced yesterday a number of events happening this upcoming weekend that will allow you to support local. And when we come back, we will demonstrate our commitment to supporting local by talking to the good people from Kumon locally, celebrating 25 years, a very delighted parent, and one very bright and beautiful young lady. So go fill your cup and come on back.
Hi, can I take your order? Hello?
Oh, hey. Wait, what was the question?
Let me guess. One driving high combo, extra baked?
No. Could I get a burger with a side of fries?
Think you're a better driver when you're high? Think again. If you smoked weed, wait at least 4 hours before getting behind the wheel, or don't drive at all if you're new to it, have eaten it, or if you've mixed it with alcohol.
Shop local, dine local, listen local, love local. Small businesses in the Algoma area have been a huge part of our community. Now is the time to show our support for them. From local markets to retail stores, music venues, and restaurants, small businesses make up the backbone of our community. So go on, embrace all they have to offer by shopping, dining, listening, and loving local. Visit ssmcoc.com to learn more or to join the chamber today. Superior Adult Learning provides free one-on-one support to help you reach your goals. Improve your reading, writing, and math skills, become more independent, and increase your employability. Visit www.superioral.ca to get started now. Superior Adult Learning provides free one-on-one support to help you reach your goals. Improve your reading, writing, and math skills, become more independent, and increase your employability. Visit www.superioral.ca to get started now. Shop local, dine local, listen local, love local. Small businesses in the Algoma area have been a huge part of our community. Now is the time to show our support for them. From local markets to retail stores, music venues, and restaurants, small businesses make up the backbone of our community. So go on, embrace all they have to offer by shopping, dining, listening, and loving local. Visit ssmcoc.com to learn more or to join the chamber today. Superior Adult Learning provides free one-on-one support to help you reach your goals. Improve your reading, writing, and math skills, become more independent, and increase your employability. Visit www.superioral.ca to get started now. Good morning and welcome back. Well, aren't I the lucky one? I am sitting here right now with Shelly Skinner-Noel and Anne Cayenne. I said that right.
Yeah.
Kenyon. Okay. So today we are discussing the celebration of 25 years of, it is Kumon, right? I always get nervous when I say it because when I drive by, I'm like, come on, but Kumon, which is Japanese style of learning in origins, been in the Sioux for 25 years, but Shelly's just letting me know it's a worldwide educational tool that's been, implemented everywhere for 62 years now. Welcome, ladies. I'm so excited to have you. Thank you for making time. So, Shelly, you've been the operator now for 5 years.
Yes.
Okay. So talk to me. How did you first become involved?
We were just sharing that. My son was in grade 1 and changed from the French to the English system.
Okay.
And I reached out to friends and I found Kumon. So that was like over 10 years ago when I did that. He was so successful in reading. He caught right up. I put him in the math program at the time as well. And then fast forward 10 years, I was a teacher for 20 years.
Yes.
And fast forward, and all of a sudden, someone told me it was for sale.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh, that would be awesome. Just with all of my background, and I thought it would be just a perfect fit. And it ended up being a perfect fit.
Well, and I mean, especially if you think of it in terms of something that has brought success to your son, what a wonderful opportunity to bring something that you can believe in so concretely, so passionately. so I do want to talk about COVID, certainly, because that has had an effect in my own personal household. And I did speak to your assistant because what they are identifying now at a governmental level are learning gaps, right? Yes. You take specific cohorts of children, like my daughter, for example, was in SK when the lockdown started happening. And, whereas an older child is able to pivot relatively effectively to online, not so with youngs, right? So are you finding an increase in people accessing your services to help get their kids caught up? Because I paid out of pocket for a tutor. I didn't even think about Kumon, but I am thinking about it now.
Yeah, that was awesome when we saw that email. Yeah, big time, like a huge learning gap, especially I have people coming in saying that they didn't do any of the online learning.
Yeah.
So that means that they're a year and a half maybe behind and
Yes.
they didn't do the work, and parents are working and they don't have that opportunity to homeschool them that they need it.
And not everybody's a teacher, right?
No.
I have found that if I'm honest about my skill set, I can do a lot of things, and I sure can talk. I'm not a very patient teacher, and what was happening with my daughter is she was starting to feel, and it's hard on the teachers as well, right? So I think that there was some level of frustration on all sides, and I will never apportion blame. But she was becoming nervous about what she didn't know, right?
Oh, okay.
We have a brilliant teacher this year who has really made great strides, but okay, so Anne, now tell me a little bit about your success story. We do have Valentina, a very lovely and intelligent young woman here in the studio, and we will pop her up despite my producer challenging me. You might not be able to hear her, but you're gonna see her. Talk to me about your experience.
Well, with Valentina, she started Kumon back in 2018, so it was that grade 1 mark, so the early years of learning.
Okay.
And the reason we looked for Kumon, it's because Valentina was always the shy kid.
Okay.
And she was struggling starting with the reading. She was learning to read, and she had a hard time just building that confidence to engage and learn. And talking to a friend who had the child in Kumon for a few years already, she sweared by it. And then sure enough, the academics for Valentina, for my husband and I, is our priority.
Okay.
So we started with the reading,
Yes.
and it was amazing to see the progress. And one thing I always emphasize with Shelly, and I want to make sure to let the other parents know too, for Valentina, it was not just the progress academically. She does the reading and the math now. But it was the self-confidence.
Oh, wonderful.
For her to be at school and socialize and be so confident. You were talking earlier about COVID. Valentina went through this pandemic so far very confidently and not worry about anything. So we fortunately didn't feel this pressure that a lot of parents did.
Oh, well, that's, fantastic. And you talked about, your son transitioning from French to English. I am having to make that choice because my youngest is in French. I did go through French immersion. My eldest is in French immersion. I'm struggling. I'm not sure what the right choice is in this moment because, when a child is trying so hard to catch up, is it really fair to ask them to catch up in 2 languages, right? So, so I see many zesty and robust conversations between Shelly and I in the near future. What else would you like people to know in these last moments of our conversation, Shelly?
Well, with the COVID, Kumon has changed to a totally online program, and a lot of people are a little bit anxious about online.
Okay.
But our online is very different than school.
Okay.
So it's so we've totally adapted it. Kumon Canada has totally adapted an online program where before the pandemic it didn't exist.
Right.
So it's kind of neat how that's evolved, and with the younger kids, it's one-on-one online, and it's like they have one-on-one assistants in front of them.
Wow.
And it's all through Zoom. So I think that's just a different option for people that are still maybe anxious about going into different places.
Yeah, and everybody's at different places in terms of bouncing back from the pandemic. So I think that's very important information. So the fastest way for people to contact you in this moment, Shelly?
It's probably my website. If you
Okay.
search Kumon, Sault Ste. Marie, you'll find the website. They can book appointments that way.
Okay.
We're also on Facebook.
Okay, and as well as a part of any in-studio interview, I will be writing an article, so I'll be sure to include links so that you can contact Shelly and her team very expediently and efficiently, because I think that, you know, with the best interests of all of our children at the forefront of our minds, giving them every tool possible as we all move forward from what we've just come through is of critical importance, and I certainly see the work that you do as being so important. So before we go to Craig, I want to bring Valentina up here. Do you want to come up, love? And just give us a thumbs up, okay? No, come on, come
stand
up.
behind Mom.
They love it when I do this. Hi, Mike. Mike's the producer. This is Valentina, and she has done such a great job. She has distinguished herself. So can you show us with your hands what you think about Kumon? There you go, there you go. All right, we will now in this moment go over to Craig, not because you're telling me to, but because it's just time for that.
Thanks very much, Heidi. It's going to be another steamer today as we see temperatures close to the 30-degree mark. Also factor in the humidity, and it's going to feel closer to 33 degrees. We'll tell you why right here. It's the high pressure system pumping up that warm air from the Gulf of Mexico, also with some humidity. And that humidity is key on whether we see some rain and thunderstorms today. If we build in a lot of humidity today and some very warm temperatures, it doesn't take much of a trigger to give us those showers and thunderstorms, and that just might happen with this cold front coming through later on this afternoon. Though, if we look at the satellite, we can show you that front is kind of thinning out as it pushes in towards the northern Great Lakes. A lot of the energy still stateside and also around the northwestern and Ontario and Manitoba. You can see that spin there with the low pressure system. But as I said, this line of showers and thunderstorms with the cold front kind of thinning out. So we're going to have to watch that. As far as the radar, we can show you that's where that line is right now. You can see just how thin of a line that is, and it's kind of breaking up right here. So I don't anticipate a lot of showers or thunderstorms, though I can't rule out that we're going to see a brief shower and thunderstorm this afternoon. So we'll just have to watch it and see just how much of a heat pulls in to the area for later on this afternoon. As far as temperatures go, we certainly see the heat. 29 degrees for our high today, 25 in Wawa, 29 in Timmins and Sudbury. So we're all seeing that well above seasonal temperatures, and they're on their way down once that cold front pushes through. So this is what we look like for the next 3 days. Going to be a muggy one today. As I said, it's going to be closer to 32, 33 degrees as far as feeling what it feels like outside. 17 degrees, so we drop quite a bit for your day on Wednesday because of that cold front. Taking the showers out of the forecast, though, we're just going to see a mix of sun and cloud, and then a mix of sun and cloud also on Thursday with some half-decent temperatures. I mean, they're seasonal. We can't really complain about that. But we do see that cooling trend developing for all of next week, and I'll show you that coming up in the 7-day forecast. Heidi?
Well, thank you for that, Craig Huckerby, weather specialist. We are going to hop back into the world of our sponsors. We will hear from Superior Adult Learning. Not only are they looking for board of directors, they're always looking for committed individuals to volunteer to work one-on-one with our adult learners as they seek to achieve their literacy goals. You'll hear from Maker North down there at the Maker Space at the bottom of Church Street, using all of their tools to the benefit of people everywhere, and always for good and never for evil. So do fill your cup when you come back. Of course, factoids, live interaction with our social media following. So come on back.
Imagine knowing about incidents, closures, and roadwork all before starting your trip. Ontario 511 lets you know before you go. You can get real-time information directly from the Ministry of Transportation, because the more you know, the easier it is for you to go. And spend the time doing the things that matter most.
Superior Adult Learning is looking for volunteers who want to make a difference in our community and help others reach their full potential. In only a few hours a week, you can help our learners achieve their goals and set them on a path towards a successful, independent future. Visit www.superioral.ca to get started now.
With over 45 years of experience, All Ontario Well Drilling offers hydrofracking and all well drilling services. Call 705-575-8088 or 705-257-9495.
Good morning and welcome back to First Local. You'll have to forgive me, my hair. Yeah, the humidity. That's what I'm going to say. Humidity. It's getting steamy, and so my hair is reacting as a living being of its own volition. All right, I'm being urged directly into the factoids because if you missed it, we just had a really, really stellar interview with Shelly Skinner-Noel and a very delightful parent, Anne, and her lovely daughter, Valentina, touting the excellent work that's being done at Kumon locally. 25 years they are celebrating, so fantastic. All right, factoids, where Heidi gets to whip out her nerdy love of things nerdy everywhere. All right. Okay, I always give you a choice these days.
Okay.
Jimi Hendrix or the Monkees?
Monkees.
Monkees, hey, hey, we're the Monkees. So May 31st in 1966, filming began on the Monkees' first TV series. So their first single, Last Train to Clarksville, excellent song, released in August 1966, just weeks prior to the television broadcast debut. Do you remember how they used to do like a little music video within the show? Mm-hmm. You know, really, the forefather. I was just going to say, oh, look at them. Oh, my.
Yeah.
Seriously. Okay. So in conjunction with the first broadcast of the television show on September 12, 1966 on the NBC television network, NBC and Columbia had a major hit on their hands. And
With the Monkees? The Monkees was a major hit?
Yeah.
Wow.
I used to watch, I'd come home
Well, I
from
used to
school
watch it
and
in
put on the
syndication,
Monkees.
not during the first.
No, I
the first
watched
time,
it in the moment, man. I'd come home from school, I'd put on the well, maybe not in 1966, but it was still going in 1970.
In syndication, sure.
In syndic. That incessant need to be right. Whatever. May 31st, 1961 then. Let's see if you can poke holes in this one, Craig Huckerby. Future legendary guitarist Jimi Hendrix joins the U.S. Army after being given the choice of prison or joining the Army, arguably the same thing. The 19-year-old Hendrix was caught for the second time riding in a stolen vehicle. He completed paratrooper training and was awarded the prestigious Screaming Eagles badge. Forming a band called the Casuals, he began playing at bass clubs, however, soon began neglecting his duties, failing to make bed checks, and was caught sleeping on duty. Calling him an unqualified marksman, his platoon sergeant filed a report in which he stated, "He has no interest whatsoever in the Army. It is my opinion that Private Hendrix will never come up to the standards required of a soldier. I feel that the military service will benefit if he is discharged as soon as possible." And correspondingly, Hendrix was discharged in June of 1962, granted a discharge under honorable conditions. He would later claim that he had received a medical discharge after breaking his ankle during his 26th parachute jump.
Well, he should have just used the bone spurs excuse like Trump did to get out.
It's not fake news. My bone
That
spurs.
is not fake news.
Bone
All right,
spurs.
so now we have social media. What are you talking about today?
Mike is freaking out. It's 8:32.
Oh, geez.
Test gravity. All right. Margaret McKeag beating everybody to the punch with a fabulous lilting good morning all. Good morning to you, Margaret. I'm going to drag these out. Watch me now. Tony Mancuso, good morning, everyone. The sun coming up between two great, huge tracts of land, bidding everybody to have a good day. Well, Tony Mancuso, I bid you have a good day. Craig bids you have a good day. Mike bids you have a good day. See what I'm doing?
We all
there?
do, yeah.
I can hear Mike like grinding his teeth. Enika, good morning, everyone. Happy Taco Tuesday. And there it is again, right there. Did I tell you I went into the office and I said that to Bruce?
And?
I said, by the way, in case you've forgotten, it's Taco Tuesday. I'm just going to leave that right there.
And did it just go right over?
He just looked at me and said, oh, are you making tacos? See, everybody loves tacos.
Yeah.
So, chimichangas. I just like saying the word chimichanga. All right, Kimberly Seabrook says, good morning, all. Good morning to you, Kim. Tracy Faye caught me saying steamy a couple of times. Steamy.
Especially this afternoon.
Woo. Yes. Judy O'Neill, good morning. Heidi and Craig, beautiful morning. Hope you both have an amazing day. Well, Judy O'Neill, most days are pretty cool, so yeah, thank you. And I hope you have an amazing day.
Yep.
Marilyn Dunn, good morning to all. Looking like another beautiful day, and I'm loving this heat finally, as are we all. So very done with winter, and decisively done. It's not coming back, right?
That's a long time ago.
Whew, no, this is really a few weeks
I
ago.
know.
Terry Matthews, good morning all. Good morning to you, Terry.
Get your ticket, Terry.
Ooh, yes. Bradley, good morning, my friends. Good morning to you, Brad. Tracy Faye, I always leave my dog at home in the summer. Excellent practice. Good, good. Marilyn Dunn, wishing my son Chris good luck in this morning on his job interview with the Sioux Area Hospital. Oh,
good luck.
Well, good luck to you, Chris, for sure. Rick Sutherland, good morning, all. Happy Tuesday. Let's get them Lotto Max tickets. I could really use a full tank of gas. Yeah, my car, yeah.
You might have some change left over after filling your tank, but...
Well, yeah, okay. Good morning to you, Rick. Joseph, GMA, good morning all. Yes, to you, Joseph, as well. There's that Y-Doc detailing. I'm going to be looking you up. I want to know what you guys do. I mean,
I think
detailing.
it's like detailing cars and whatnot, like cleaning them and whatnot.
I'm assuming so.
Or do you put decals on cars? That's another detailing thing, isn't it?
Could be.
Let us know.
At any rate, good morning. Have a great day. Well, to you as well. I'd like to know your name so I could greet you as a person and not just a business. Okay. Giselle Chikoski. Hey, Giselle. Oh, did she hear you say that, Michael?
No, she can't hear me. I'm smart. Come on.
You know what he just said, Giselle? He just said she's still up.
Well, she usually goes back to bed after I get up in the morning.
She says, good morning, everyone, and she's giving me 2 emojis. I see a desert sand scene, which, you know, doesn't really make me want to invoke the Scottish, but also the sun and the tracts of land. But Father, I don't want great tracts of land. And rounding it out with Lori Rains Iguano saying, happy Tuesday, everybody. Oh, I like that. Everybody.
Everybody.
All right, over to the 7 day.
That's a little off, right? I should be over here. Maybe a little more. Okay, let's take a look at your 7 day. If you like these hot temperatures, you are in for some bad news because we are dropping our temperatures after today to seasonal values. But as you can see, we don't really have a lot of precipitation in our forecast. We may see some passing showers on Sunday, and that's about it. We have no major storms coming, though this afternoon it's still questionable. We could see a thunderstorm and a heavy shower very briefly and then move out, or we could just stay with some cloud. But the winds are going to be still there, and it's still going to be muggy today until tomorrow morning when we have the feeling of that cold front coming through. So,
well, I like a cold front that brings 16, 17, and 18 degrees, so I'm going to put that right out there. Delightfully over time, as always, but, you know, such a worthy cause. I like talking to y'all. So, to y'all.
to y'all.
Y'all. Yeah, so We are the Sioux's only local news show, so please do your best to spread the word, like, follow, share, tag people in the comments. Nobody's taking advantage of that. Maybe I'm going to start doing that. Just start tagging people. Hey, you know, send us your events, your birthdays, your graduations, your anniversaries. We love to shout it out. We like to celebrate with you. But apart from all of that, we like to bring you the news. Oh, Debbie Lynn Sloss says, good morning, happy terrific Tuesday. You too, Debbie
You
Lynn.
too.
You sassy vixen. All right. And Terry Matthews says, bye. Bye, Terry, until tomorrow. And indeed, until tomorrow, have a great day.
Have a good one.
Family owned and operated, A.G. Quinnell Well Drilling has been serving Sault Ste. Marie and surrounding area since 1968. For a free estimate, call 705-779-3909. A.G. Quinnell Well Drilling, available for all your water needs. 1944, Second Line West, Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. A.G. Quinnell Well Drilling. Call 705-779-3909 for a free estimate today.
First Local, supported by Maker North, 3D printing, laser cutting, 3D design, education, prototyping, and more. Maker North, whatever it takes.